Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. What I have here for you today is the Roav Dashcam C1 Pro. Disclosure, Anker did send me this for review. Roav is a subsidiary of Anker. If you drive on the roads today, you obviously can see that people are driving distracted, really distracted. As a matter of fact, me personally, I've been affected by this because I have been hit twice in a 4-month period by crazy people out there. And one of the things you can do to protect yourself when trying to prove who is at fault is to have one of these dash cams. Now, if you didn't already notice, this is a 4K video. This might be the first of many. I had to upgrade my camera because I have to start doing 4K videos because I'm reviewing products that have a higher res than my old camera. So this is a 2K camera, so it's not just your normal 1080p high def, it is 2K. Other standout features is it has built-in GPS and it has built-in Wi-Fi, all in one single discrete unit. Now, if you decide to order this, I provide a link in the description box below. It'll help me out if you click on that. It doesn't cost you any more, but it helps support my channel. It's an Amazon link. Let you take a look at the box around here. There's the app that will work with the Wi-Fi that's built in here, so you can go ahead and download the videos and update this device and other things. We may take a look at it if we have enough time. On the bottom you have your specs, so go ahead and allow you to freeze frame that if you want to read it. And let's go ahead and take a look. Now, Anker already does a lot of great products for automobiles, and this is just another one, so I'm really looking forward to this. As soon as you pull this out of the box, you're going to feel some quality going on here. The sides are metal. You have your speaker right here, little mount thing here, which it mounts onto another piece, which I'll show you in a moment. You have a 2.4-inch color touch screen. Make sure you remove your plastic before you install that in. And you have some buttons, capacitive touchscreen buttons down there. I think they're capacitive touchscreen, but touchscreen buttons. There's your SD, little micro, not SD, but micro USB plug right there. And you have a reset if things go tragically wrong. And you could put a little pin thing in there. There's your speaker. There's your very large button to turn it on. And on the forward-facing side, you have your lens. Also, there's a little plastic that you need to take off before you install this. And if you notice, nothing shiny. Everything is flat black, which is why I stated that this is discrete. So what you're going to end up doing is, like, let's say this here is your windshield. You're going to go ahead and stick this right up on the windshield. The GPS, everything is in one unit. You're going to stick this up, and then you could adjust your lens depending on the amount of tilt or angle your windshield has. So pretty cool. Let's go ahead and set this aside. It has some weight to it. It's a good solid unit. Here is your operating manual. Several languages. Pretty well written. I did look through this earlier. And I know Anker has good support. I've heard great things about them. I've never had to use them because I've always had good luck with a lot of their products. This does come with a nice two-port USB charger. Really nice one. I have another one coming up that really does some cool tricks, by the way, so you want to stay tuned. Really long cable. Really long cable. I already have one installed in my car, so I don't have to use this. And look at this. They call this a crowbar, by the way, in the instruction book, which I don't know, somewhere on a website. Crowbar, I guess this is if you have to pry it off. Really nice tool. And here's your mounting plate with some 3M double-sided sticky. Spared no expense. And believe it or not, for that $99, they even give you a 32 gig microSD card. Check that out. Something. They give you 2 plates. The first thing we'll go ahead and do is install the microSD card. So we'll go ahead, this is, just so you can see the orientation here, just go ahead and put this in. There's your slot, microSD card slot, right on the top. And you just click it until it, or you push it till it clicks. Just like that. And it shouldn't stick out. So what you do to install it is you'll stick this onto the inside windshield of your car somewhere, and then you would simply put this up here and click it on, and it would be stuck to your dashboard, and then you orient your lens to face forward. And then the next thing you'll do, again, you have that SD card in there, is go ahead and power it up. I have some cords here that are already powered, so we can go ahead and take a look at what it looks like in here. And hopefully it will just, oh, you got a light. Very nice. Doesn't do just a simple little beep. It actually has a nice little tone there. I want to go over some of the specs real quick. This is a 2K resolution device. It has an OV4689 sensor, a Novatek NT96660 chipset. Again, it has GPS and Wi-Fi built in. This does not have a capacitor. It uses a LiPo battery, 470 milliamp hour. It says that it's good for both cold and hot. It should be able to handle it fine. It has a wide angle lens. It doesn't state how wide it is. It just states that it's 4-lane wide angle, and it's a f1.8 6-element lens. You'll see right there. It has a G sensor built in there. It has a wide dynamic range built in. It does looping just like most of the other devices out there. Again, it comes with the 2-port charger and the 32 gig micro SD card. So, okay, so you just had to hit OK twice there, and then we set it up. Now, this is not an instructional video. Especially since now I'm shooting in 4K, the video is going to get extremely large, so I'm going to go ahead and set this up and be right back. For setting the time and day, the unit does recommend to install the Roav app. Now they do have this in both the Android and Apple Store. This is what it looks like on my Android device. Let you take a look at what the icon looks like. And we'll go ahead and install it and try this out also as part of this testing. So this is going to let you do the wireless video transfer. It's also going to allow you to update the firmware on this device. So if the device needs updating, you can do it through this app also. Now it says next step. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a little bit. It wants me to connect the device. Now I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm going to just go ahead and come back here and hit OK.
Micro SD card.
And it talks. Alright, so it's automatically asking to format. And we'll go ahead and, by the way, this part is not a touch screen, just the buttons down on the bottom. So we'll go ahead and hit OK, and that was pretty quick. And it's automatically recording. And I'll let you just sort of see that picture there. So, very nice. You can see there's very little delay. So I'm going to go ahead and get this connected to my phone just so we can take that, look at it a little bit. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Actually, I want to go through the menu system really quick. Now, if you notice, this thing has a pretty loud beep. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mute this because it's pretty annoying. And it still makes a noise. Out of the box, it's doing 1080p at 70 frames a second, so I want to go ahead and change that, and just by hitting the OK button, you see it's cycling through the settings. So I'm going to go ahead and pump it up to the highest, which is the 2K, which is 1440p. And you can see it's doing 1-minute loops right now. We could go ahead and change that to 3-minute loops, which is what I usually use. There's your G sensor, parking monitor, and Wi-Fi, which we're going to do next. Whoops, I just got ahead of myself there. That's the set time. What else do we have? We have where you can change your language and turn the GPS on or off, and it's already on, but we probably won't get any signal inside my house here. Oh, there's even more. You have LCD will automatically turn off in 60 seconds, which is cool, so you don't waste your battery. Sound. This we could definitely turn off. There we go, much better. This goes back to your default setting. That's for formatting your SD card. You could add a watermark, which is pretty cool. You could put maybe your license plate or... nope. We're just going to turn it off. It probably just says that this is a the brand or something on there, so I don't need a... I don't know, I'll leave it on. You could change the frequency, probably either 50 or 60. Please use the right light. Yeah, this way you don't have the frequency interfere, whether you're in Europe or US. I'm not going to get into details. And about, well, we could take a look and see what firmware and everything we have here. I'll let you take a look at that. So we're going to go ahead and go back and take a look at Wi-Fi. Right there, hit OK, and now that it's trying, you can see right there the default password is go. There you go, just read it. So we'll go ahead over here and set this all up on my phone. We have to allow all kinds of neat things. Now if it doesn't, oh, okay. Wants to set up a VPN connection. Okay. And it wants to update. So I guess it's already connected. Holy crap, I didn't have to put anything in it, which was pretty cool. It just did it, and now it wants to do a firmware update, so that's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and do update now, and it's already doing an update. We'll go ahead and sort of get this in the screen here. So the Dashcam is already getting an update out of the box, which shows that Anker is properly supporting this device. And it's going to version 1.6. Actually, it's saying it's gonna that there's an update available that's going to bring it to version 2.0. So we'll say download to phone. Downloading very quickly, so the firmware is probably very small in size. And now it's asking me to upload it to the Dashcam. And we'll say OK. Man, this is working rather seamlessly. It's a lot better than a lot of other devices I've used in the past. I'm very surprised how well this is working, how it worked with the internet, and then it was able to communicate with this with no problem. Okay, so this is upload successful, start upgrade. Do not operate your Dashcam until it restarts for about 3 minutes. So it looks like it's going to take about 3 minutes to restart. You can see that the power button is blinking. Don't mess with anything. Common rule, standard rule, when doing firmware updates, don't power things up and down in the middle of them, because usually you can't brick the device screwing around with something while it's doing a firmware update. So we'll just let it go. Less than 3 minutes, all of a sudden this thing went to checkmark green, and it says that it upgraded successfully, and it's already turned back on all by itself. You didn't even have to touch this guy. And hit OK. And we'll go ahead and hit connect. The monkey hits the button. And wow, it just works so seamlessly. I am very, very impressed how simple and how well this is all working. I am very, very impressed. So we have no videos yet. Settings. So all those settings that I showed you here, you could sort of do it all through your phone, which would definitely make things a lot easier. So you want to turn the watermark on and off and all those other settings right there. I'll let you take a look. Very, very cool. And by the way, it kept all the settings perfect. So you can see the resolution is still the same. And all the settings that we set are all the same. Very nice. If I hit about, it does say I'm at version 2.3 now, which is cool. So very, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and get this installed into my vehicle. Let me show you something. I was about to unhook everything. When I unhooked the power, I did something pretty cool that I'd show you. So this would be like if you have this on a port that turns on and off in your car for power. This is what will happen when you turn off your car. When it loses power, you'd see your battery indicator right there, and it starts counting down. And then, of course, when it's all done, it'll just turn off. I realize it's hard to see, but I just wanted to show you where I mounted the camera, right up here. And then the cable comes up and goes into my frame, down the pillow, and down into my charger down here that I already had in here. Not going to change it out, although they provided a very good IQ quality 2-port charger. But that's where it is. And we'll take a look and see what it looks like outside. And you can see it's very hard to notice. Get to zoom in, and it's actually right there. And I like that there's nothing reflective or silvery or bright. It's just very subdued, flat black, and discreet. So the next thing we'll do is go ahead and get out on the road and see how well this does. So after driving around, I went ahead and connected my phone here, just like we did earlier. And now we have videos on here, so I'll be able to click on Dashcam videos. and we could actually look at all the videos it took. Now these are on here. Now I didn't put these on my phone, so I'm interested to see how fast they'll run. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up a video. Go ahead and I'll click on this one. And look at that. It sort of shows you where you are on the map. And there's the video itself. I wonder what happens if I turn it. Oh, there we go. Now that is just too cool for school. Has your speed right there. That looks like G-force, I suppose. And here this looks like, I guess that's direction right there, north being the top. That is too cool. Huh. And again, that's where you are on your map. So I really like the Zap. Real quick, if you want to, download this video from here to your phone, real quick, you could click on this little download thing and it'll start downloading it. You're done driving and the power gets turned off on your car. If you have one of those powered ports, it's going to, since I unplugged it 45 seconds ago, it just starts counting down from 60 seconds down since I set it for that, and it will go ahead and turn itself off automatically. I don't have it set to parking mode. I think in parking mode you have to have a constant power source on the thing in order for it to do its thing. There we go. But very, very polished product. Both the app and this unit build quality is probably one of the better, like high-end top 10% for build quality, and there's no lag. Everything is very responsive. The app is very polished. This is worth way over the $99 that the product is selling for. I am very, very impressed. Now, because this video is getting long and it's 4K, I'm not getting a chance to try it in the other resolutions like 1080p, because when you start bumping up, and I'm saying that because when you bump it up to 2K, when you start looking at it on a screen that's not 2K, you get a little bit of weird things going on. So you really, I'm not showing the product off entirely, because 1080p could give you a softer, smoother, more fluid kind of motion and view, but you don't get quite the resolution that you do with 2K, if you know what I mean. But I can't afford to delay this video another day, and I don't want to make this video any longer, because this is my first 4K full production. Got the new camera. If I didn't tell you what it was, I picked up a Sony AX53 and upgraded it from my old Canon G20 that I've been using for years and years and years. This is 1080p. I wanted to get the 4K so I could review products like this that are high res and actually give you video that's capable of showing you the product. Really important. It doesn't make sense to show you a 2K video and then give you only a 1080p YouTube video to show it off. Then you don't get to see what it is, if you know what I mean. Alright, do I recommend this product? Absolutely. With all of my recommendation and heart, this is definitely well worth it. I mean, this is staying in my car. This is now going to replace my old standby. Here's my old camera that I had for a couple years that I was very happy with, but now time to upgrade to this guy, and this is staying in my car. I am very, very impressed. So if you're interested, I provided a link in the description box below, off of Amazon, 99 bucks. It's an affiliate link, full disclosure. Also, Anker did send me this product for review, but I did not accept any money, and I did not agree to any terms of recommending or not recommending. As a matter of fact, bringing that point up, are there any criticisms? Yes, there are some criticisms. The first thing, it's not a full touchscreen, it's just the buttons on the bottom, although they work very well. It would have been nice, like, if you see OK or whatever, that you could actually hit it on the screen. Would have been nice. Another thing is the audio that I heard. But do you really need great, fantastic audio in a dash cam that just looks out? Not really. I can see it if it's turned around where it's like one of those two lenses and it's also showing you I could see why it might be important, but for one that's just looking outside, not very important that the audio sounds fantastic. And the last thing, and probably the most irritating to me, is the button. The button is very big and very easy to press to turn on and off. And a couple of times I picked up this unit, inadvertently hit the button. This is not the only one. It seems like a lot of these form factor type devices, they put that button there and it's very easy to touch and turn on. So just letting you know, be mindful. But you know, once it's mounted up there, you don't really screw around with it. If it's in a port that turns on when you start the ignition of your vehicle and turns off and the power turns off, then you don't mess with the button. The thing just does its thing and you can just totally ignore it. And it works great. Now, I didn't go over every single feature because this is a long video and it's 4K. It's probably going to take me a day just to upload it, code and upload to YouTube. But you know, you could go online and you could also go to Anker's website and find some videos that are more detailed and quicker than my review. Again, this is not an instructional video, even though I covered a lot of stuff. It is a review, and I just wanted to show you a normal person's experience, out-of-box experience with this product. And I gotta say, very, very good. You know, a lot of times, more times than not, when you have to synchronize your cell phone to a product for the first time and you got to do the Wi-Fi and all that stuff and you lose internet and you got to go back. This worked perfect. I don't think I've ever had a product that works so seamlessly. Other manufacturers should take notice of what Anker did here and how well they got it to work. You know, syncing with your cell phone. I don't know what they did using that VPN function or whatever, because I was able to have a Wi-Fi connection to this, but my internet worked. I don't think I've ever experienced that. That is extremely impressive. Other companies should start doing that. So kudos to Anker Roav. Really awesome product. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really do appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. And I hope you have an awesome day or night or week. Take care.